to be talking to you, belladonna. Should've taken a break, not an Oxford comma. Take what I want when I wanna. And I want,
so it's Monday, July 1st. It's the first day of both the FuckAthon and the Bookie Junkie trials. And I have my books ready. Now for the FuckAthon, I think the very first book I'll be reading is The Loves and Lies of Roxana Ali. It's my pick for the fuck abuse prompt, and I know it deals with a lot of heavy topics. This is the reason why I want to start it first. So the plan is to pick something a bit lighter and read that, you know, to just help with this. So yeah, this is the book I intend to read for the first book I'm reading for the FuckAthon, and then I am picking City of Bones, which is meant to fulfill my dwarf mount prompt. I have not read it. I know they said it's a touch of romance, and I've not read this book yet, so I don't know if it's a touch of romance. I know it's the first in the series, and I'm certain that both Clary and Jace will not have had much of like a romance to go with. But if it is that it turns out that there's more romance and this is no longer a touch of romance, then The Loves and Lies of Roxana Ali should work for that prompt as well, just because although I know that she does have a girlfriend, the story does not center her relationship. Instead, it centers the fact that she's a lesbian. So yeah, there we go. So it's Tuesday. I'm currently on page 280 of Loves and Lies of Roxana Ali. I did most of the reading yesterday. I was meant to do a check-in at the end of the day, but work was really crazy and I got home like really late and I was so tired, and I just read a bit more of Loves and Lies and I went to bed. But I should be done in about, I only have like 30 pages to go, so I should be done in about maybe 30 minutes to an hour. You know, the thing about it is that, one, I am thankful that the book is short, because everybody that warned me about all the triggers in the book was right, because this book is triggering as fuck. And I'm also thankful for the writing, because to be honest, the writing is not very good. It's more a show that it's more about telling rather than showing, which means that rather than being emotive, you feel disconnected from the story, which means that the abuse is really, really bad, because I was crying last night and I was heartbroken. Also because a lot of the things that happened in the books are things I totally see happening like right here in Nigeria. I would I'll go into more details, I think, for my wrap-up. The fact that this language, like the fact that the writing was pretty simple, and also not very emotive, more telling than showing, meant that although the abuse was really, really bad, it could have been worse. Like I could just imagine a lot of these scenes and a lot of the emotions that Roxana was feeling if Sabina had been able to perfectly capture the pain, the desolation, the rage, a lot of the things that were happening. Although they could have hit even worse if Sabina had been a better writer, which is just insane, because this book was fuck. Like I said, I have about 30 more pages of Loves and Lies, after which I would be reading. I'll be continuing City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This is my pick for the book Junkie trials. That's for dwarf mounts, because it said a hint of romance. I'm not really sure if this is a hint. Like if I end up finishing this and I realize that it's more than a hint of romance, then I'll just have Loves and Lies count as that, because the romance is not heavy in this. And I have opinions about, you know, how the romance was written in and took away from a lot of what it was that Sabina was experiencing. Like I would go into details on that maybe in my wrap up for the week or in my wrap up for the month. Either way, I'll be able to get into more details for that. But I'm going to be reading. Once I'm done with this, I'll read a couple more chapters of City of Bones. I'm currently on chapter 2, I think. Am I on chapter 2? Yeah, I'm currently on chapter 2, so that's page 18. So far, the start is okay. If you watch the TV show and you're a fan of the books, I could see the reason why book lovers hated the show, because the way it started was totally not how it was in the show. But so far, I'm enjoying it. It's okay, nothing really special, but I'm curious, and because I know exactly where all the characters will end up at the end of the day because of the show, and I know that a lot of things were changed in the book, I'm actually looking forward to the experience. So I'm on page 18 of that. I will read a couple more chapters of this, and then I also want to start On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, which is my choice for the fuck classism prompt. So totally looking forward to this. Angie wrote one of my favorite books of last year, that was The Hate You Give, so I can't wait to read On the Come Up. And Let her wreck me as always. So that is what it's like. It's Wednesday and I ended up not reading any chapters in on the come up, just because of the fact that I was very busy. So what I instead did was that I read a couple of chapters of City of Bones, but like I said, I was really busy. I think I only read like maybe 20-30 pages, no, okay, about 50 pages throughout yesterday. But I have a very busy day that is going to be spent mainly on the road today. So my plan is to actually listen to my pick for the Fuck Racism prompt, which is Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Enquiries Lodge. So I started listening to it so far. Really good, strong beginning, and I'll probably just come in at the end of the day just to give you my thoughts. But my plan is to actually finish that today and then see if I can read a bit more of City of Bones. Hopefully I'll be able to do both, because yeah, today is going to be very busy. I have to film, edit, upload my video for the last set of prompts, that is the Fuck ableism prompt, and I also have to finish putting together the Google spreadsheet docs with all the recommended books and reads for each of the prompts. Like, it's a lot of work. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, because fuck, it is a lot of work. So I got barely any reading done. I actually didn't record yesterday. I suck at this thing. But yesterday was a really busy day for me. I did not get home until like about 11:30 p.m. and I left my house since 6:30 in the morning. So yes, I was gone for about what, 17 hours. Like, it was a stressful day yesterday. I could not get any reading done, and today was just as stressful. I really did not get that much reading done. I actually thought I was going to go and watch Spider-Man Far Away From Home today, because it's finally out and I want to see it in 3D, in IMAX 3D. But I closed it from work because yet again I was working. I had lots of meetings, and then I was planning on going tomorrow, but then it just occurred to me that hold up, my paid leave starts next week, so I can totally and completely just, I don't know, just chill and hold on and see it like during the week without any rush when there's barely anybody in the cinema. So yeah, you'll probably be seeing my reaction vlog next week for that. But I am currently I'm still listening to Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race. I am still in the first chapter, which is Histories, and usually my audiobook I listen to it at 1.25. I listen to it at 1.75 or 2 times the speed, but this is one I am actually taking my time and actually listening to on normal speed, because Enquiries Lodge did a lot of her did a lot of research for her book, and you can see and you can tell, and it's just, I was astounded at the examples of British racism, overt racism, that I never knew anything about, and I'm like, wow, we don't know this history. So how do we expect to come to the table and have this conversation when a lot of the brutalities of what happened and how, you know, black people and brown people got to Britain, and you know how they entered British society, when a lot of that has been totally and completely wiped away, erased, like it never even happened. It's sad, but so enlightening and so informative. It's Sunday and I think I'm just going to wrap up this week's reading vlog. Clearly I'm a failure because all week long the only book I've finished is actually The Loves and Lies of Roxana Ali by Sabina Khan, which I ended up giving about 3.5 to 4 stars. I have not even put it up on Goodreads yet because I'm still undecided about what rating to give it. I know I look tired and exhausted. It's Sunday and it's been a long and stressful day. I have about 5 reports to write and 2 commercials to send in to work. I have only written 3 reports and I've completed 1 of the commercials, so I still have 2 more reports and 1 commercial to go, and it's already late, and I'm just like, I'm not going to end the reading vlog here. I am so sorry, nothing actually happened. I really didn't do anything, but next week is going to be way more interesting, I promise you. 1, because I'm taking time off work, so it starts on Monday.
and 2 because I intend to see Spider-Man Far Away From Home in 3D, so I'll be able to give my thoughts on that, and you'll be able to see like stuff. And then my friend is having her birthday barbecue thing next week as well. Her birthday is on Thursday, so I already have her presents. I already got her some books, because you know, you can never give people enough books, especially when you have friends that love books as much as you do. So I've already got her the books. I need to visit her. We need to have a party, and I will catch all of that on tape. So I am really sorry that this week's reading vlog is very blah. Hopefully next week will be better. But I'm halfway through City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So far it's looking like a 3-star read for me. Nothing really special. Jace tries so hard to be funny in my book, and he's not really that funny and not that charming. And I'm already Team Magnus before I started, because like I said, I watched the show and Magnus is my favorite character. So when he showed up, I was just screaming. I was like, yeah. I want more Magnus, and I want more Alec in my life. So yeah, halfway through. So far a 3-star. Let's see what's happening. I have 3 more hours to go for Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Reniedo Lodge. So yes, I actually do intend, I would hopefully be able to, not hopefully, I would definitely be able to get more reading done in the coming week, because like I said, my time off work starts and I'll be able to get more time to read, so which is the plan. But so far I love how long and detailed the history chapters is. Like, you can see just how well Rennie actually did do our research, and you can see how it paid off. Like, I'm so stunned at, I know even when I was talking about the book, I was like, oh, a lot of British racism is very overt. It's not overt, you know, and all of that. It's lots of microaggressions, which is the reason why a lot of people do not consider the Britons as racist as, you know, America. But there are structural racism in place. And I'm like, okay, yes, there's structural racism. And the second chapter does delve in-depthly into that. But like, when you read the first chapters, the history chapters, you realize that so many of the overt racism that Britain has actually participated in has been covered up. You know, history is remade by the people who tell it, and the people who tell it do not want to be seen as being racist, and it shows. I'm shocked. I have thoughts and opinions, and I'm loving the book so far. But yes, that is going to be the end of my reading vlog. I am so sorry, but I promise next week is going to be much more interesting. Like, my life is kind of boring as it is, because it's mostly books, but I do have friends and I do sometimes go out, and I'm going to try and capture that on camera for you all to see. But yes, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to. I make new videos every Sundays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.
My strange addiction, my doctors can't explain my symptoms.